Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Maplesville fans around the world. Think we had a big game tonight in Autaugaville, in Autauga Academy. Maplesville Red Devils comes out victorious 38 to Goose Egg. The Autauga Academy is called the Generals. I think they play more like privates, and if you don't get military humor, generals are the highest ranking, privates are the lowest. But they were handled easily by the Maplesville Red Devils. And let me get to it. What a game by the Maplesville Red Devils. This was a big region game. I will be honest with you. I don't know what was going on in the Autauga Academy field because there was so many penalties called on our offense. I've never seen that, so many flags on our offense, especially when we had big plays. So I don't want to say it was the referees. It just is very not normal to see the Red Devils have that many penalties. But we still got the big V, the big victory. Now, I'm going to talk about a lot of players tonight. I'm just going to tell you something. I think last week, the defense got jealous of me talking about the offensive line. And the defense decided they were going to play so good tonight, I was going to have to talk about them. And guess what? They did. They balled out the entire game. They did not score. They had a semi-fake punt that he ran for about 25 yards, got a first down. They might have had 40-something yards total offense. Total domination by the defense. And let me just throw out names on the defensive side that played very well. Michael G, good to call your name out. When you're playing well in the middle, I know they're not doing nothing on the run. Michael G had several good tackles for losses, and he had the complete middle just blocked up. Michael G, great game tonight. Von Woods had some great plays tonight. Nice to hear Von Woods' names called out. Number 30 had some really good plays. And Von Wood has played very well for the Red Devils for a couple of years now. So it's not like, it's new. Really happy, Von Woods, that you played great tonight. Also, Works and Nehemiah. Luke Gray had some great plays tonight. And I'm just saying to you, there was total domination of their offensive line. They couldn't run it wide. They sure couldn't run it up the middle. They didn't have time to throw it. Defense, great job. And also, I got to give credit for the defensive backs too, because they tried to throw it several times, more than several times, but it didn't seem like nobody was open. But the pressure that we put up there by Woods, G, Works, McCary, Luke Gray, Eli Herbert, Kobe. I'm just telling you, they really dominated the game from the defensive side. We also got a safety. And also, we got ripped off. Who was it? Oh, it was Reacher. Reacher in the very first quarter intercepted it, ran it in for 40 yards, touchdown, but it got called back by the referees. So the defense didn't score. But they also got a safety in the game. They almost had like 8 points of the game on the defense. Defense, keep it up. We're going to need this kind of play the rest of the year. Okay. So defense, great job. And also defensive backfield, great job. Kobe, Cade Smith, Ty Bailey, Reacher, and Abbott. I'm just saying, I didn't call your names out because really, they almost never caught the ball. You didn't even have to make plays. The front seven of our defense killed them. All right? Now, I know defense, but I got your names out there. So, okay, I got to go back and talk about the offense. I would say, I don't know if they was trying to shut down the pass or not. We did have a few good big plays that we had. But overall, this was, I would say, not our best game throwing the ball. But listen, we're a very balanced offense. Sometimes they're going to shut down one, but they can't shut down both. Not in 1A football. And so, Pierce, you didn't have the best game passing the ball. You had some good runs, especially in the second half. You had a couple of good long runs. But, you know, passing the ball was not the greatest tonight. But I know Abbott had Abbott had a really good catch over the middle. But I'm just saying is we still ran the ball very well. And that I got to talk about. You know, again, I'm just throwing out the offensive names. I'm not going to make the defense jealous anymore. Okay, guys? Hurd, Atchison, Payne, Rhodes, and Harris. Listen, you guys were blowing them off the line. Blowing them off the line. We were running straight up the middle. Very rarely do we even try to run around the ends. It was Works up the middle. McCary up the middle. McCary, Works, McCary. I will just say this about one drive. Works ran it down like 50 yards, 3 or 4 big runs. Works was just, he was working, right? You get it down to the 25. Here comes Mr. McCary. Guess what? McCary takes it in 25 yards for the touchdown. Works, you deserve that touchdown. But guess what? Later on in the game, you had a very nice 25-yard touchdown run. So between McCary and Works, you guys were wearing them out. And I think one time McCary was like carrying them. They was like, okay, forget it. They was bouncing off of him when he went in for one of his touchdown runs. So I'm just telling you, man, the defense, the offense, as far as our running game, it was clicking. And again, we had some good passes. So it's not like it was not, but I'm just saying it was not as crisp as we had, but no sweat. Not worrying about that at all. I don't want y'all to worry about it. Y'all played a complete game. We won the game. It's a big region game, and that was the main thing. Also, Mr. Harrison was back on PATs, made every one of them. We had a fake. We had a fake tonight. I liked it. I was very surprised to see a fake. The holder, don't know whether the holder called it or not, but the holder took it and then ran it around and threw it into the end zone for a 2-point play. I liked it because guess what? We need to be showing those kind of things just to people like, hey, you can't be always rushing in there all the time like they've been doing, and trying to block the extra point. There's only one play that were the generals. I won't call them the privates. Okay, I'm going to call them the privates. Autauga Academy privates. They had that one big play. They kind of semi-faked the punt, and the guy ran it back 20-something yards, but, needed to get the first down. He got the first down, and that was one of the few times they did anything. But that was the only one of the few plays. Also, I think someone told me we have one player that got a little hurt today, banged up. I hope he's okay. I was told, and I hope I'm not going to provide bad information. I was told by a couple of people, it's number 60, Cooper Wilson. He's a senior, and so defensive end, and he got hurt. So I think, it's, I hope he's going to be okay. They did have to help him off the field, so it looked like it was a foot or ankle or knee. I don't know exactly what it was, but I definitely wish you well, Cooper. I hope you're going to be ready to play next week. Okay. What else do I need to talk about? The JV team. When the JV team came in, we didn't let them score. That's important. But also the offensive side. And I just want to throw it out there, man. Number 9 came in, Tyrese Bailey. had some good quarterback keeper runs. We got it down to about the 5-yard line, something like that, and then we kneeled the ball down. We didn't score. I think that was a classy act on the Red Devils' part. No need to run it up. It was 38-0. Okay, so the last thing is, this thing is going to went way too long because the defense, I had to throw out stuff for the defense. So you guys better appreciate it. All right, next week, we're playing the Hopeville 5A school at Maplesville George Walker Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a region game, but it's a game that we want to win. Of course, it doesn't matter. Anybody that comes to Maplesville George Walker Stadium, they're going to be in for a fight. Also, I know that we're going to honor many teams from our state champion championship teams, the 1996. Also, we got the girls basketball state champions that's going to be honored. I believe all of those things are going to be honored at 6:30 before the game next week on the field. So get there early so we can make sure we honor these people who started this really state winning championships, in the 95, 96 area. That was some heck of a teams, both men and women. Great job. Okay, so I will be there at the game. The Hill brothers will all be at the game next week. So more to come on that. But I just want to let everybody know. Thank you. Hopefully y'all enjoying the Maplesville Red Devils song that I kind of put together. And anyway, thanks for listening. But anyway, Red Devil Nation out. Once a Red Devil, always a Red Devil. Barry Hale. Let's go, Red Devils. One game at a time. Go.